Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation.
That's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Thanks for everybody listening and subscribing to our show. If you haven't subscribed, hit that bell button so you keep up with everything that we're doing. Shout out to our sponsor, Crime Scene Seasoning, brought to you by DocLovesTheKids.org. Check out the website. All proceeds go to the less fortunate and to the community.
To the youth.
I'd like to start off here. Illinois woman was killed by deputies after she called 911. Illinois woman was fatally shot inside her home this month by a sheriff's deputy who responded to her 911 call. The deputy is now charged with murder in the case. Sonya Massey, 36, had called 911 on July 6 because she thought an intruder was in her home. She lives in the Springfield area of Illinois. The police showed up about 12:50, authorities said. Eventually, as the deputies were in Massey's home to gather information to make sure the residence was safe, a dispute arose over a pot of hot water, and Grayson drew his gun and eventually fired three times towards her, striking her once in the face. Now, that information is actually not accurate right there. Mm-hmm. His partner was outside canvassing the place. He was inside. She asked to move the boiling pot water off the stove. The cop said, "Go ahead." As soon as she grabbed it, the police officer drew his gun and said, "Put it down." She drops the pot of water. She puts her hands up, says she's sorry. She ducks away. He comes around the counter while she's on her knees and shoots her execution style. One to the head, two to the chest. In her own home.
And then his partner comes in.
And he's like, "Hey, yo, she's injured. Let's help her out." And the cop was like, "Nah, leave her." Like a dog.
And the thing of it is, though, is to charge him with murder. Murder has murder is not like an accidental, like homicide or, something like that, like where you didn't mean to kill her.
Well, they call that involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah. I mean, that's not.
And then they have premeditated murder where it's like you planned it out.
That's what I meant. But, so murder is like, if they've charged him with murder, they understand that this was an intent to this. There's some kind of intentional act of doing this. You know what I mean? So, and at the same time, for her to have like ducked behind the counter, like, well, I'm just like wondering what happened. That's my biggest thing. Okay,
and they won't release the body cam footage because if usually when a police officer is in the right, they release the the footage.
Yep,
right away. Right away they do. They'd be like, "Nope, this is what happened." They'll show you right away. But I mean, from them not releasing it because they don't want the city to burn. Regardless if they charge them with murder, people are still upset. Like I would be upset too. It's like, I mean, the first time I ever called the police, they arrested me. And I was the victim. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, man, because they'll definitely. I mean, this is just a weird situation to me. I mean, you get two officers walk inside of a woman's home because she calls the police because she feels like there's someone trying to break into her home. They get there. One officer decides to stay inside the home with the lady, maybe because she's scared. Who knows? Maybe she's asked him to. She's probably boiling water on the stove. She can either cook something or have some coffee or some tea, whatever she got going on. She asked the officer, can she go and turn the water off?
He was probably being a dick to her the whole time.
And this is what I'm saying. There had to be something to be said.
He came in there being rude. And she was like, "Yo, can I, anybody else?" He'd be like, "Yeah, take it off," or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was probably just being an ass to her. And
she probably was like, "Hey," I mean, at the end of the day, she was probably said something like, "It took you guys a long time to get here." We're speculation. All I'm doing is speculating about what happened.
Until we see the body cam footage.
But they're not, I mean, if they've already grabbed him up with no body cam footage, they already spoke to his partner. His partner obviously didn't cover for him. His partner obviously said, "I don't know. I wasn't in here. I don't know what happened."
No, they've seen the body cam footage. That's what it is. Think about it. If his was off, his partner's was on. Mm-hmm. And so his partner came in and saw the body, and then whatever he said afterwards, he's like, "Nah, leave her there." You know what I'm saying?
assuming that his body cam probably wasn't even off when he shot her and killed her. I'm assuming it was probably on.
It was probably on, yeah.
I mean, because they would he could have just lied about it.
Yeah.
At that point in time.
Yeah. He could have been. No, he said exactly what he did. And you have to think about it. Donald Trump wanted to make it so the police could just do this whenever they felt like it.
This is what is a part of this. I'm going to say it's a part of Project 2025, but this is a part of his agenda. He's already said he wants to give them complete immunity to do what they want.
He was happy when the cops was beating everybody's ass during the George Floyd protest.
You remember when he had the person who got beat up, the black dude who was getting punched on at his rally. He was like, "Yeah, go ahead." He said, "Beat his ass or whatever. I'll pay for your attorneys or whatever the case may be." He said that while the dude was getting punched in the crowd. So people to get mad about things happening to other people, you guys are happy this kind of violence. He's promoted violence. He's promoted to the police. Hey, yeah, go ahead. Get him a little rough. Be a little rough with him. All this kind of stuff. This is what he's been promoting for a long time. Now you guys want to, these are the same people
That's
call
it always is. It's like this. They always
same.
ask for violence. They want all they bring it up. They talk about it. But when they get touched, it's like, oh, why are you being violent? Why are you doing this? That's bully mentality. A bully's like, hey, I'm gonna bully you, but when you do something about it, you're a snitch. You're a tattletale. You can't do nothing back to me. That's how bullies act. But in this situation, you know what I'm saying? It's like
the officer.
For me, it's like I don't even call the police unless I have to. And if I do, I come meet them outside. Like, there's no reason for me. I can tell when the police are close to me.
It doesn't even matter, man. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. He shot her 3 times execution style, man.
1 to the head, 2 to the chest. On her knees. Man.
And he made sure she was going to die. He wasn't leaving he was hoping that there wasn't a witness. But
now watch. If he gets bailed, someone's going to bail him out. That's the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be one of these kind of MAGA type, this MAGA movement type thing. This is what we're asking for. This is what black people don't understand. When they talk about immunity to the police, they're not worried about people within their own communities. They understand they are. I say